Hi, this is Todd Gullinson with Remax Fine Properties, and I can't think of a better story to broadcast in the month of love, February, Valentine's Day month, than Katherine's Story. As you may know, every month I choose um, a special child, a child of the month, and I go ahead and I discuss why I believe that she deserves the Child of the Month uh, award, basically, and why I also donate a portion of my real estate commission to Children's Hospital. The Children's Hospital actually really desperately needs funds for the families of that have gone through all of these events, but also for the cutting edge technology that these children have been able to benefit from. So the child of the month this month is Katherine. Let me tell you a little bit about Katherine. Katherine was diagnosed with epilepsy right before she went into the 5th grade. Now, as you may know, epilepsy causes seizures. Well, with Katherine, she had a very intense seizures, so badly that the maximum medication and dosage weren't really helping her. She would have potentially lived a lifelong struggle with epilepsy had it not been for the fact that her mom happened to run into the right mom whose child also had epilepsy, and they knew the right doctor with the right new special technology to be able to help Katherine. I want to play a little bit of the story as told from the doctors and Katherine's parents so you understand why I'm so touched by this story. It's a story of struggle, but it's also a story of great hope. Here we go.
Katherine was diagnosed with epilepsy right before 5th grade. When a child has epilepsy, parents, especially the mom, you're always on call. So anytime the phone rings, it could have been, and it frequently was, a teacher, a nurse, a PE teacher saying, oh, your child's had a seizure.
And this is a young lady that was having regular seizures. She had been tried on maximum possible dosages of several different medications. And despite that, she was continuing to have regular seizures. She was overall averaging about a seizure a week. It would make it very difficult for her to live independently, difficult to go to college, not able to get a driver's license and drive a car.
In basketball games, she'd have I'd be watching the court and all of a sudden she'd start doing hand motions and we knew there was a seizure coming on. So I'd be down on the court, stopping the game to get her.
I actually had lunch with a woman who told me that there was a surgery available because one of her daughter's friends had it to eliminate epilepsy.
The goal of the surgery is to stop her seizures.
It entails obtaining very targeted imaging in order for us to identify adequately the anatomy and location of where we want to go. And then technically, from a neurosurgical standpoint, it's placing the laser probe directly into that area that we want to ablate. And we use a series of computers and other technology in order to make sure that we were within 0.5 millimeters of where we needed to be. So we're heating it, and we're heating it up to a certain temperature for a certain period of time so that we can create a lesion or create a hole in that area, which would ordinarily have been cut out with a scalpel, for example. Now this is a case where we use the laser to create that cut.
She'll spend one night in the hospital just for us to observe her, to make sure that she's feeling okay after waking up from being asleep. And that's much faster than going home after a traditional brain surgery where children would spend, if everything went perfectly and it was a otherwise completely healthy child, would spend 5 to 7 days in the hospital. And
Katherine was only in the hospital overnight. There was one stitch that was right there that we could see. They never shaved hair. So there was one stitch which was dissolvable. And after the first 5 or 6 days, I can't even find the scar right now.
When I had epilepsy, I kind of felt like Atlas, kind of felt like that guy. And when my epilepsy was gone, I felt like the weight was off.
So the next step is we see Dr. Wolfang in November. And at that point, we start weaning Katherine off her meds very slowly. The ultimate result is 75% to 80% chance of being 100% seizure free. Look into it. There's nothing more rewarding than the possibility that your child could be epilepsy free.
Wow, so as you can see, this is a good reason for me to give to Children's Hospital, and why I promote and Children's Hospital so much. As mentioned, for every referral that I receive, and also every closing, I give to Children's Hospital. Now, if you happen to have friends or families who are thinking about purchasing a home or selling their home, they will benefit from this, and so will the children of Children's Hospital will greatly benefit. So here's my contact information, 480-662-2469, and you can see it here as well.
Catherine was diagnosed with epilepsy right before 5th grade. When a child has epilepsy,